Hello, all those that love One Piece like I do. I'm here to tell you that you can go to your locals and you can have fun. And you probably get more wins than I can, which is the truth, unfortunately. So the point of this video, and the point of me coming back to making content for YouTube, is that One Piece TCG has actually driven me to make content specifically on this card game because I'm so impressed and so much in love with this card game that I want to share my experiences with you guys. In addition to that, try to create content the best way I can. Yeah, so like let's start by telling you guys the first positive thing that I could definitely tell you guys, and please go to your locals. If you're not able to go to your locals, because it's understandable, some of us work 9 to 5. We only get on the weekends, and sometimes our schedules don't conflict, so I understand that. But like if you can join your onlines too, um, you know there's a lot of good that could come from it, specifically just getting to know people, making friends actually, and just like bringing people together using the card game and using the anime that I love the most, which is one of the best things I could ever like tell everyone, dude. Like this is really good. It's really good for us to socialize and stuff. So like legitly, specifically, I'm saying that specifically because I am not a social man. I will never be a social man, and just me being in locals gave me a little anxiety. But once I got to know the people, and once that we started talking about One Piece, that goes away immediately. So don't be nervous to go to your locals. Don't be nervous to play other people online either. More than likely, you'll make a friend. That's the first message that I want to send out about locals. I do want to give you guys some tips though. Make sure, my first tip is that make sure that whatever deck you're playing, you understand the in and outs of that deck. That's like the number one thing you want to learn. You want to know, because you want to be able to like not only know what your move is, but it also is very kind of like you can go without knowing how your deck works and you just playing for fun. That's fine too, because your locals are there to be fun. The bigger locals are there to prepare you for nationals and other stuff. But this is not a video to prepare you for nationals in no way, no how. This is a video to kind of encourage you guys to play the game. Honestly, like the main goal of this video is to play the game, because playing the game is fun. And there is a simulator that you guys could try and to see if you guys could get into it. I would definitely wait a little bit for the parallel rares, because the parallel rares are the ones that are expensive right now. And some of the cards that you want to get specifically for decks that are red based, which is probably one of the best right now, and will still be the best, are kind of expensive. Like the Zoro Rush alone is like $26 now, going up. But yeah, like there is going to be reprint, so be aware of that. And again, like I said in my channel, look at your retail source, please. Look at your local card shops. They sell it cheaper than any other places that you would go to sometimes. Specifically the retail places. I mean Target, Walmart, blah blah blah. All right, so anyway, now that I got like the technicalities, I want to give you guys a little bit of tips and a little bit of like my experiences of what it means. I mean, not what it means, but like how it went when I went to locals. So like, first of all, like one of the things you do want to take is a dice. And stores are very, very convenient because they do have dice for you and stuff. But sometimes locals do not have that luxury, and if specifically if it's the bigger one, they will not have those kind of things unless you ask them to. So like, make sure you take a dice. Make sure that you take a play mat. I would 100% really encourage you guys to take your play mats, because your play mats where you're going to put your cards and stuff, and I think that's the most not only sanitary way to keep your cards like safe, but in addition to that, you kind of like, I feel safer when I play on the mat, is what I'm trying to say, instead of playing on the table or something. They will provide, some locals will provide mats. My local is very, very convenient, and it provides mats, it provides dices and stuff. And it's a really small one, but it's a really cool one. So like, that's one of the tips that I would definitely agree. Again, the first tip was basically learn your deck, because like you're gonna be playing it, and there is time limits. So the time limits are a big factor if you're gonna win or not, because I have gone to overtime and I have lost. So like you need to be aware of what your deck can and cannot do, and just make sure you speak with your opponent as well. Like another thing is that communication is really key here. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you're new to the game, let the guy know, or a woman or non-binary individual know, hey, this is gonna be my first time playing, so I apologize if I go slow, and all their stuff. And if the other person is nice, it's more likely they are. They will tell you, oh, that's okay. I'll let you know, blah blah blah. So like, yeah. So just make sure you communicate well with your opponent as well. That's a given, because like once you communicate with your opponent, you're gonna have the best time. Communicating with your opponent is like the best thing to do. And I don't mean like talking like small talk. I mean like keeping it within the game. Trying to like be a little competitive, be respectful in that sense, and being like, okay, this is we're gonna kind of treat it like a tournament, but also like be friendly. Yeah. So you gotta find the balance yourself. It really depends on the opponent too. But yeah, communication is very big key. If you guys don't know, if you're both new and don't know how something goes, call a judge. Do not be afraid to ask questions. Yes, you are there to have fun, but like if you training for nationals, or if you're training to see how you will play competitively, like don't be afraid to ask for questions, man. They are very nice. A lot of people are very nice, and if they're not, this is a learning experience as well. So there's a lot of people that will help you out. So like don't be afraid to talk to your local partners and shit. So don't never be afraid to do that. So that's the second one. My third one is basically kind of learn your matchups as well. I know it's kind of hard to say, and because I'm like a casual player, I don't plan to go to nationals. The only reason I will go to nationals is to get those promos. I'm not ashamed of that. But like if you are, learn the matchups, how good, if you have a red deck, how good is it against a green deck, how good is it against a blue deck, how good is Zoro against Adolphi, how good is Dolphy against a Zoro, Crocodile, blah 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 blah. So all those things, like you gotta like really kind of like see your matchups and stuff. If you're playing this game seriously and you're planning to go to nationals, and again, this is not a video that will help you get to nationals. This is a video that will help you encourage you to go to your locals and to play this game. That's the main point of this. And now that I gave you like those little pointers and stuff, I would definitely want to give you guys like one last pointer, which is basically just have fun and play the game. Like, I know it sounds corny as hell, but it is what it is. Play the game. It's really fun. If you don't find the game fun, it's fine. But like, I assume if you spend money, but like spend money for the cards, are playing maybe the simulator or something, you find this game kind of appealing. And I would really recommend that you guys go right now, like, get into it if you guys have the funds, and if you guys have, the ability to go to your locals and you have the time and stuff. It's a really, really fun game, and all the other stuff. So yeah, that's the main thing of this. Just go have fun. Just do it. Be like Shia LaBeouf says, do it. Don't let your whatever. You guys know the bit. So here's my experiences. So now we're going to my experiences. So the first time I went to a tournament, I was dumb enough to take a Luffy red blue without actually testing it out to the full extent, which is my fault. And I got steamrolled. I got 4-0. No, wait, sorry. It's 1-4. 1-4. I think there was 5 rounds. I went 1-4. 1-4. That's really bad. I just got steamrolled, and like I got steamrolled by mostly Zoros. So like Zoro's just like a really bad matchup for me, man. And just like it wasn't a bad time either. It was just like, goddamn, dude. Like, I'm not as good at this game yet. So like I got kind of steamrolled. I think I was able to only win because the other person was like the person that I won against was just using his resources too much. And then, like, unfortunately, he didn't have any Zoros and stuff. And, like, I felt bad, kind of. Not gonna lie. Like, I didn't steamroll, but, like, like, I kind of won like that. And yeah, it was kind of hard to play, to be honest, because like you kind of want to help the opponent and stuff, because I don't really like care, but sometimes it depends on how people kind of like respond to that kind of thing. So you just have to be very mindful of those things, or maybe it's just me. But at the first one, I just got steamrolled. I had a fun time. I got to know people. We talked about One Piece. It was phenomenal. Second time around, I went Dolphy. I was super nervous with Dolphy. I played it very, very much. Dolphy is my favorite deck right now. Dolphy is very fun to play. I like the manipulation of the deck and manipulation of the field. So like I was like more in love with the deck than I was before. So that here's what happened. So for the first game, yeah, the person did not know what to do against Dolphy. So like one of the things that happens when we play like low tiers, or when you play characters that not everyone plays, specifically in your locals, what happens is they don't know the matchup. So what happened in the first one that I steamrolled, it's only because like he didn't know what the hell was happening half the time. Like he asked questions and everything, and he knew what the character did. But like I was summoning my Pacifistas, I was summoning my Bartholomews would die, and then big Pacifistas would come, and then I kept summoning things, and he just couldn't keep up, and that's what happened. So like yeah, so like what happened is that I just like went really well, and I was surprised, and I was like, okay. And then the second one came, and that kid was too good. I could tell, you could honestly tell when you fight somebody, like when you play somebody, you could tell like how they play and how good they are. Like this person was thinking before he did anything, was doing very carefully, very to the point. And I knew I was gonna lose, and I was like, "Oh, this is over, man," because like I'm losing my composure. And what ended up happening is that I could have won, but it was a technicality that I forgot. I activated a card that saved me, but I needed to draw. After I drew, I could have drawn like a counter, and I could have survived, and I would have won the next turn. But it happens. And the lesson there is that, and I should have kept this in the beginning of the video, is that make sure that you remember everything about your deck. And that's the first rule that I told you guys, or maybe second. I don't remember. I have a short-term memory, goldfish effect, goldfish memory. But yeah, like I noticed that I was misplaying that, and then that was my fault because I know the deck. Because the reason I did really well on my second time is because Dolphy is my favorite deck, and I ran the ins and outs of that deck, and I understand it. I played it a lot, and I streamed it a lot. So like it's understandable why I did pretty good with it. I was just like the fact that like it was in person, I was kind of like nervous and stuff. So that comes into play. So remember, you have to do all your moves and stuff. And again, communicate with your opponent. Second match was better. I went against Kaido. Kaido, I don't think unless he has all his cards, Kaido might lose to Dolphy. Dolphy, once he gets all his stuff out, it's pretty much over. So that kind of helped. So like the second one was really good. Mihawk kind of saved me for a little bit, and it was good from there. And then I went for my third one, I believe. And that one was against Luffy, and it was against Red. So I was doing okay, and I had to win. But me, again, is a misplay on my part. I forgot to unsuspend one of my Mihawks in one of the things, so he didn't attack for one turn. And like it's not the opponent's duty to keep an eye on you or to keep an eye on what you do and stuff, unless they see something. But like, he didn't tell me that I needed to unsuspend that one, so like I think he just left it there, and maybe we both thought that I used it already, but I'm definite that I didn't use it, and it was way too late in the turn, and I'm like, shit. So like I don't want to be like one of those people and stuff. So like I lost. I think I could have won if I just remembered to unsuspend my character, but that was my fault. and it wasn't nowhere near the fault of the opponent. But yeah, like just remember, you have to be very aware when you play, specifically in card games and stuff. Like some people are there to win, so they won't be nice. They won't tell you, oh, you didn't unsuspend that one and stuff. So like yeah. So remember, you guys have to be very aware how your deck works. And you gotta be take it a little slow when it's your turn and you're nervous, like I was. And like with that one, it was just that, and then so I went 2-2 on that one, and I did pretty good. All of them were nail biters. I wasn't losing badly. It was just the fact that I misplayed a couple times, and I was doing the best that I could, and I did pretty well. Like I'm not gonna lie, I did pretty well. And from there, it just got even better. So then the third time, I actually went to 4 no-goals. Oh damn. Because I remember, because the 4th time I played Crocodile, purple and blue, and oh boy, was that deck not the greatest, man. I think I was missing a couple things. Not really, but yeah, it was just a fact that I didn't know the deck too well. I've only played it once, and that shit just fucked me up. So the thing with the Dolphy thing is that I tested it. And I was like, okay, this isn't working. This is kind of working. I could leave it like this. But with Crocky, I only tested it once. And yeah, after I got, with some people that actually, like, that have been playing the game for a while. Oh, no, that was a big no. The first game, I went well. I got all my blockers and I got all my pieces. So I was doing well and I was able to control the field. And it was a long game, but I won. Second one wasn't great. It was not great at all. Yeah, it was just like, I think it was a Zoro. And that Zoro just messed me up. Zoro just messed me up. And he was just a better player than I was. Like, he was legit just a better player than I was. That's what it was. And unfortunately, the second game, like, yeah, the same thing. Like, I didn't do bad. It was just the fact that, unfortunately, I wasn't getting like the things that I needed, and it ended like Luffy blue can't really do much with Luffy 5s and shit. Luffy rushes and just beats my ass, and not okay, no, I won't make that joke. But yeah, like you guys know what I mean. And then the third one came, the 4th game came, and I was able to win. I misheard the opponent, and he said I thought he attacked me, and I was just blocking because he only had 2 characters. But then yeah, so then he said that just trashed my life. I was like, oh shit. So he saw 2 cards that I was gonna use. There are 2k counters each. So then he was saying that he saw his card, so he could probably take a move back, and then have him like win the game. But because of that technicality that he already put dons on his character, that he was gonna keep it that way, and then just attack. I block both, and from there I could win and stuff. So like he was claiming that if I didn't show my hand in the beginning, that I would 100%, like he would 100% win, which I think was kind of a bluff. Because like either way, when you put Don on a character, you're making the commitment that you're gonna be doing that, unless like you immediately go back, like maybe a couple, like 5 seconds, like even like 20 seconds and stuff. So yeah, but anyway, it went 2-2 with these 2 decks, and it was fun. Like it was a fun time. And then let's go to today, where I went to a bigger locals, which by the way, it was a good setting, not gonna lie. It was fun people to be around and stuff, but like it feels like too much for me. I just don't excel when there's just a bunch of people and stuff. Like not that I don't excel, but I just don't like being around a bunch of people and stuff. And it was like a little bit cramped and stuff, and that's because a lot of people are getting into One Piece. And I was able to get into the tournament. I did really bad. I was playing Luffy, and I understand what I did wrong with the Luffy. So like legitly, I lost after that. It wasn't a wash, but the tournament was a wash because I went 0-3, and I left because like I just wanted a promotion pack. I'm not gonna lie, like if I wasn't winning, yeah, then I just wanted the promotion pack, and like I got the promotion pack and I got the Yamato, which is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, like it was like, geez, it was not good. I could understand because like the first opponent that I went against definitely had pre-release cards, and I was like, oh, this guy's been playing since the beginning, and I'm like, oh shit, so I'm gonna fucking lose. And it came to fruition. Law was the first one to just clap my cheeks. That one was not. It was almost one-sided. I'm not gonna lie with that one. The second game, it was definitely one-sided. That one, it wasn't too one-sided. In the beginning, I was doing what Red does best, and that's rush. So I was just getting rid of all this stuff because I know for a fact that you need to rush Kaido. But man, I don't know what the fuck happened, but like I think he just had all these cards that were good, and just as I said before on the stream, and just as I said before, maybe in other videos, just Kaido, just if you let him, and if he has all this stuff, yeah, you're kind of screwed, and you're not gonna be able to win. Yeah, but just like I was getting destroyed by kings and stuff, and like he just had everything that he needed to just destroy me, dude. It was like it was kind of like, damn, dude. Like once I was like, I got him to like one life, and then it was like, nope. He was just like, he waited the long game, and he waited the patient game, and he won. Like I understood that he was way better than me. And then my third opponent was like almost at the same level as I was. We were both in nail biter situations, and then when I started to play the deck, I understood. I was like, I know what I did wrong with this deck, and that's because, and I think I know what to do with Luffy, other than having all these cards and stuff. So I know what to do the next time. The next time I do play this deck, and like I did get washed with the deck, and then this one, like it was a nail biter, and just I couldn't just block the last hit, and I just destroyed too. So like Law got me on that one, so I fought a Law, which is funny, I fought a Law, a Kaido, and a Law as well, and I feel that I'm more comfortable with a Zoro fight now. I feel like I'm more comfortable with a Zoro fight, but with Zoro and Luffy fight. But when it comes to Law, I feel like it's a horrible matchup for me. And I remember in the local before this one, I fought a Law, and I was just like, I was just getting fucking like destroyed and shit. And then in the first Law that I fought had everything, and I'm starting to realize just how good Law can be. And if they got their cards as well, and I got it was just bad time every time, man. But anyway, they weren't too bad. I really enjoyed going to the locals. Just today's local felt like it was too much for me, and I felt like it was like too many people, and it was a grand opening stuff. So they were doing raffles, and I wanted to like kind of like get into those raffles and stuff. So like it was fun. Again, like one of the things that I say is that overall my experience in the locals is very fun, and again I really encourage you guys to try going to your locals. Encourage you guys to play this game, and I feel that that when you like find a game that you really like, I think the best way to kind of enjoy it is to really just play the game. In addition to that, like if you can make friends from it, new friends, and if you could go to your locals and just talk to people, I think that's one of the best feelings that you guys could, one of the best things you could do. I unfortunately was not fortunate enough to do this when I was younger, but now that I'm older, and now that I can try myself, and now that I find out that there's other people that are playing. Hell, I even saw like a 70-year-old playing Magic, and that's gonna be me in the future. So like, I was I was more encouraged, by the fact that I could still go to my locals if I wanted to. I could maybe join tournaments and stuff if I wanted to, and I could have fun, and I could get to know new people. So like, I really want to say that's the best thing I could tell you guys, because it's pretty awesome. So if you guys want to go ahead and try that. But one of the things that I've learned, and I left this towards the end of the video because I wanted to teach you guys, like I wanted to kind of tell you guys what I learned from my experience. And that's number one. What I learned is that it's very important to understand your deck, because you need to know the ins and outs of your deck, what your deck can do and what your deck can't do. There are some matches that are really bad against your deck, and it's kind of like your duty to kind of find out what it is. If you're just trying to have fun, that's fine. You know, there's nobody's gonna tell you like, oh man, stop having fun. You know, like that meme where, you know, that people are enjoying a game that a lot of people don't like, but then the person comes in and going, why are you enjoying yourself? Stop having fun. So it's not like that. Just have fun in your locals, ask questions, laugh, tell stories, you know, the good stuff. Communicate, socialize and stuff. So it was really good. That's one of the things that I learned. Another things that I learned is you have to take your time. Like, and I don't mean like turtle time, okay? Like you're taking 5 minutes per draw. I don't mean that. I mean, think about all your options. Like breathe and like, you know, say like, okay, so I have this card. What if I do this? This is gonna happen. Okay. So, you know, take a minute or two just to think about. Don't take 5 minutes. Just take a minute or two to think about before you do anything. And if you don't understand how something works, that's the other thing that I'm going for. Ask a question. Just ask. They're people, more than likely, people are friendly. So that's one thing you could do as well. So, you know, that's definitely something that I learned, is just take my time and think before I do and use my resources correctly. Because this game is about resources, guys. You have to use your resources correctly. And obviously there are people that are going to be better than you and stuff. This is going to be my last point of this, is that I've been playing games for a very long time, and I'm going to use fighting games as an example, because I'm barely getting into card games. But I have taken L after L after L after L in fighting games, and the only way I improve, honestly, the only way I improve is by taking those L's and learning from those L's. So this is the time, like, when you lose and when your deck gets washed, and, you know, of course, there are some times where the deck is not really that good, or, you know, you're not well enough versed with the deck. That's when you make changes and you see like, okay, this is what I did wrong in that situation. I think I used all my resources too soon. I think I should have blocked instead of like, I should have blocked this instead of like, you know, instead of taking the attack and stuff at that time. So these are the things that are going to come to your mind and you're going to learn from. Because the first time that I went, like I said, my first locals, I got washed. The only reason I won one is because the person just kept using like their resources really quickly. And I've done that before as well, when I use all my resources and I'm like, this is stupid. Why didn't I use all my resources? So, you know, things like that. So like, you learn from the losses, dude. Like, you have to learn from the losses. There are people that are just really good at the game. Not gonna lie. There are people that just pick up the game and they're like gods and shit. And that's okay too. You can learn a lot from them as well to see how they play. Some are even nice enough to tell you like, hey, you know, like you kind of misplayed there. And, you know, he'll explain how you did that. And then it's very helpful. I'm lucky enough to have a good locals with me. And they tell me like, hey, you know, you misplayed right there. You know, you should have done this or done that. Or, you know, they could say something nice like, you know, you almost had me, blah, blah, blah. You know, that encourages you and stuff. So make sure that when you go to locals that you kind of in a very encouraging environment. I know that's very hard for you to control and stuff. But like having the encouraging locals is kind of good too. So like, you know, just builds in the serotonin and stuff and just like does things better for you and stuff. So like, yeah, but one of the things that I do recommend is like you have to learn how to take an L and you have to learn from that L. Like if learning the L isn't just for loss. In other words, the L isn't just for loss, it's also for learning. So like, you know, I learned what I did wrong with my Luffy deck. I know what to do to fix it a little bit. And I know what wasn't helping me at all. And I know what was helping me. So yeah. So look, hopefully you guys find this video very informative. Hopefully my experiences can encourage you guys to play this game and for you guys to go to your locals, because like I strongly encourage that. It's really fun. This game is fun, man. I haven't had so much fun in a card game in a very long time. And I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day before all the shenanigans that were here. But yeah, like One Piece is just really fun. Bandai did a good job of this game, man, and just like me being able to play my favorite anime, one of my favorite animes. Sorry, I would definitely leave One Piece for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the card game, if it ever comes out. No, that's not true. I wouldn't leave it, but like I'll probably leave Digimon because of that. Probably will, because I'm only can afford like one or two like card games. But yeah, like it was really fun, guys. I really encourage you guys to go to your locals. I really encourage you guys, if you can go to your locals, go ahead and play the simulator. Simulators are really good stuff. Join discords, find out who's doing tournaments. Mario World Gaming, I believe, is doing the tournament Thursdays, which I will be joining. So having those things, it's gonna be the thing, man. It's gonna like be really fun for you guys. Specifically if you love this game and you just don't know if you should get into it, if it's intimidating or not. Like all new games, you know, it's gonna be intimidating in the beginning, but then you start learning. Because I'm starting to learn with each deck, with each fights that I have. Like I'm starting to learn. This is what I did wrong. I shouldn't have done this, and this. And I'm saying like, why is this card in the deck? Like it's not helping me. Yeah, I am rushing in there, but after that, like he doesn't really do anything. You know, like that's what I'm talking about, Sanji. The rush Sanji, but. Don't look at me, Sanji, like that, okay? Anyway, yeah, so like hopefully you find this video to be informative. Hopefully you guys join your locals again, like I said. Please, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any like deck recommendations for One Piece, opening 1, not opening 2, please let me know. Because like I am gonna be playing a lot of One Piece in my channel, again, Shishigami Wolf, and that's on Twitch. And I usually am gonna be streaming most days of the week, with occasional like streams on the weekend. Usually the weekend is probably the best time for me to stream, but unfortunately, like I kind of need to kind of back off a little bit from streaming on Twitch for a bit. I feel like I've done this for like 2 years almost. And like it's kind of tiring, dude. I'm letting you guys know, like I'm being very truthful. It's very tiring, but I push through, and I think I'll create better quality if I take breaks. That's the whole thing. But anyway, if you guys like the video, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. I promise that there will be more content. And as I figure out exactly what kind of content that I need to do and how I need to spice it up my way, without, you know, getting too much, like taking too much from other content creators and stuff and ideas and stuff. Like I think that's when I think I will start to flourish as a content creator. But for now, this is what I like to do. I really enjoy talking about my experiences in this game. I really enjoy talking about One Piece TCG. So, you know, like hopefully, you know, you like this. Again, if you like it, subscribe. If you like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, you know, little bell notifications and all that jazz, okay? So with that, I will bid you guys farewell. I don't know what the next video will be, but it will be One Piece related. Or Overwatch. You guys should really see our Overwatches, guys. we are sometimes, you know, I question, you know, I question why I play Overwatch. But it's not about this. This is about One Piece. Play the game, please. Play the game. Support One Piece, please. This game is awesome. I don't want to see it die. It's not going to die because it's pretty up there right now. So, yeah. But anyway, like, play the game. Challenge me to some games in the simulator, please. I would love to play new people. Just be respectful, always. Remember, we're all human. And, you know, just as long as we treat each other with respect, we're good. So again, yeah, if you guys like it, go ahead and like, subscribe, and more One Piece stuff will be coming. Odyssey's coming this week, baby. I can't wait. With that, dun 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 dun.